Hello. I think it's time for me to let you guys know what happened to me and how my arm got to what it is. Um, I was building my shed one day. It helps when I tell the story this way. I was building my shed. I completed my shed. I brought all my extra materials, like extra plywood and extra wood, back to Home Depot. Got back home. And when I say completed my shed, I mean sawing, nailing, screwing. What else can you do with the shed? Yeah, all of the above. So I get home and there were some boxes on the floor in my garage, and I decided to push it. And the way I pushed it, and when I say boxes, I mean small, probably 2.5 pound boxes, if that. Um, but apparently it got stuck on something, and as I was pushing it out, it I felt the pop. I felt it and I felt the pain immediately. I went to the doctor the next day. Doctor told me it's probably just a strain. Just take some, ice it and ibuprofen. I went the following week because I was still in pain. All right, I'm gonna refer you to a specialist. The specialist was not coinciding with my schedule, my work schedule, and I never set up my appointment. 2.5 months later, I finally decided to call back. Call back, and the doctor said, "Yeah, we can see you on this day." I'm like, "All right." Go see the doctor, and they did some, preliminary tests on me, X-ray, and doctor told me to, push back, hold him up, don't let me, do all those extra stuff. And just from his conclusion from there on how much strength I had, he said, if you have a tear, which it doesn't seem like it, but if you do, it's probably 10 or 20%. But I want you to get an MRI just to be on the safe side. So I go get an MRI that day. I go back to that doctor's office the following week, and they look at my MRI. Doctor looks at me strange. I didn't quite understand it, but then he told me what it was. I tore my bicep tendon. He he said the MRI shows 50%, but he said it looks like more. I was like, okay. If I tore it 50%, how have I been working for the past 2.5, 3 months now? I don't know. I don't understand it, but I I I have obligations. That's all I can say. Um, I have kids that I have to pick up daily. Um, so yeah, he's like, you probably should get this, worked on. There's another doctor that I want you to see now, and he'll be able to do the operation. I'm like, okay, so another specialist. So I'll go to another specialist, um, where he looks at me, he looks at my X-rays or my MRI, and he tells me it's best that you get this operation. You can do without it. There's some physical therapy that you can do, but it won't fix it just from where the tear is. Great. So schedule my appointment. Now this is month 3.5, close to 4 months of me having a 50% torn bicep tendon, and where it was torn, it's right at under the elbow is where the bicep tendon connects. It's the distal bicep. Um, so I finally got my procedure done on November 11th, which is Armistice Day. I mean, sorry, Veterans Day. For those of you guys who know, Armistice Day was what it was called before Veterans Day was legally put into the calendar. It's just an armistice. Sorry, I'm history. Let me stop. But I just thought it was pretty funny that I was getting it done on that day, and I said armistice. But the doctor went in and all that good stuff, and he said he had to work. I had a whole lot of muscle that he had to fight to get into, just to get to the bone, to scrape up what he called mush. And yeah, but all I can think of is, but God. God is the only one who can allow me to work the way I have been working. I work for AT&T. I climb poles. I'm in attics. I'm pushing. I'm drilling. I'm doing anything you can think of that involves an installation. So I've been doing that for so long that my body has gotten used to it. Good way of putting it. Um, But needless to say, that's the whole reason why I had to get surgery because of a box. Not because of me lifting heavy wood or drilling or cutting. No, me pushing a small little box. What a shame, what a shame. But what updates can I give now that I'm here? Medicine is still at a minimal. I only took 4 pills yesterday as total for the day. Um, and I'm taking hydrocodone and acetaminophen. And I don't want to get addicted to anything. Yeah. So I'm only taking as needed versus when the when it says I should be taking it. Um, so I'm doing well. I'm doing well.